What is going on, guys? FallenRedZeo here. Today we're doing another Marvel Legends set, and this time we've got the Marvel Legends X-Men Days of Future Past Wolverine and Sentinel 2-pack. So this is a new set that was released probably a couple months ago, but we just got it. This is my brother's, obviously. He collects all the Marvel Legends, so everything you see is his. But he finally got this for Christmas. Actually, it was nice enough to get it for him, and everything we were finally able to find on Amazon stuff and order it. So in this pack, we've got a Wolverine, and this is set from the comic version of Days of Future Past. So we have an older version of Wolverine here, so we have Wolverine with the white stripe, which we'll see the figure, and then of course a brand new Sentinel figure, which there was one in the past which we have, so we'll show that to you. But obviously, since this box is so big in the Sentinel, I'm gonna have a lot of issues recording, so I'm gonna have to make a lot of cuts between switching the camera and everything. I'll go and do that, and we'll look at the inside of the box. So let's get into it. So here's the inside. So again, I can't get it all to fit, but here is the new Sentinel. It's pretty much got the exact same design as the original, which again I will be showing later on, or towards the end, or when we're actually looking at the Sentinel, I guess is when it is. But they just redid the paint to make it look more like the comic versions, which we'll see something here in a second. But then of course there we've got the Wolverine that's in the normal 6-inch Marvel Legends style, just in his like all leather outfit and everything that we will look at there. But of course we got the Sentinel, which has the button that will talk, which we'll look at, but just so you see what it does. So there, it made noises, the eyes light up, you may have been able to see, and so it just kind of does some fun stuff like that. And then if we transition over, we have the box here, which we've got, it says X-Men Days of Future Past up there. Then we have a bunch of pictures from the comics, so there's like a look at the Sentinel, there's the cover for the comic book where you can see what Wolverine looked like in there, an example of Wolverine fighting the Sentinel right there, and then another picture of Wolverine and everything. So this is a really cool set. It's I really like Days of Future Past, like the storyline and everything for X-Men, and I love X-Men, so this is a really cool set in my opinion. And then the Sentinels are always so fun and cool, and I like that they finally did a version of a Marvel Legends 6-inch figure with the Sentinel, even though in the past it was the 3.75. So unfortunately the Sentinel's the same height, but I feel it fits a little bit better with the 6-inch figures because they're not like overly huge, but it's still, compared to the 6-inch, it's big enough and everything. So now we'll look at them out of the box, so I'll go ahead and get them out. We'll start with the Sentinel because of the way the camera's set up, and then we'll transition over to Wolverine, and like I said, we'll look at the two Sentinels and stuff. So let's get into it. And so here's the Sentinel, and again the view's gonna be weird because I have to get it up high to be able to fit him all in, but we're starting off with the head up here. And so again, this is based off the comic version of the Sentinel, the classic look, as I would say. So everything doesn't have as much details painted into it and everything, which is fine with me because, as I mentioned, it's the comic version, so I don't, like in the comics they don't go into that much detail and everything. But of course we start off with its head, and so it's got all different types, or not all different, but a couple types of purples here. So it's got this purple that's like more of a reddish or pinkish purple. In the camera it looks pink, but it looks more like it's got some red into it, or I don't know what kind of color purple you'd say it was, but it's got more of, like I said, like a red or a pinkish tint to it up here. So it's got it on its head and the arms here, and then of course it's down on its legs there as well. Then it's got a metallic purple the rest of the places, so especially there on the body, going down to its feet, so everywhere else the purple is not. And then it looks almost, it's the same like color purple, but it's a different color of paint on the hands here. It's more metallic-y, where this, it looks metallic, but it's also looks flatter to me, so it's hard to tell the difference. And then like this one is shiny, so it's just all different mixtures of different colors of purples and everything. Then of course for the face we do have like a skin color tone going on here again to make it look more human and everything. And then there's the orange here for the logo, or light thing on its chest and everything. But let's go ahead and look at it into more detail. So again, I can't get it too close unless I can get it like sit down or something. I don't know if we can get it lower down there. So here is a look at its face, so you can see again the face skin color there. It's got the eyes, the metallic eyes, which are what glows, so we can go ahead and hit it. So you could see like the glow around the eyes there, and then it's got the mouth. So again, it looks, you know, more like a human mouth and stuff, but it's got that weird design there. But again, the helmet, and it does twist a little the head, so not too much, but it does move a little. But beyond that, the neck doesn't. There in the neck there. Then of course we've got like a color part around the neck and all machine, so it's all robot and everything. So not really looking at too much stuff going on here. But then we got the chest again. That's where you push the button for it to make the noise and light up and everything. On shoulder, it's got shoulder pads here, and as you can see, they're all clawed up and everything, like it's been in battle, especially with like Wolverine, which fits well with this pack and everything. So it's got all sorts of damage there going on. Shoulder pads, it'd be nice to have it like all over its chest and everything, but it doesn't. But I don't think that's too bad. Then going down, we do have a twist. I thought it had an ab crunch, but there you can see what looks to be like abs and stuff, but it does have a twist right there. I don't want to hit the camera. So it does have a twist there at the waist, and then of course going down to the hips, which we'll look at in a second. Moving back up to the arms, we've got the shoulders, which again, this figure is real stiff because it's new and out of the box, and I just almost pushed the camera off the table. I can't get its arms to raise, but they do raise up and down if I just can't get it to do it for some reason. But they do move, but again, it's so stiff. There, it moves just a little, but they're so stiff, and I don't want to try and break and stuff, but it does move at the shoulders as normal Marvel Legends do. It has the bicep twist, the double elbow joint there, as you can see, the joint. The wrist does twist all around, even right there at the like forearm part at the start of the like gauntlet, and then of course the hand twists around and does move a little side to side, but it's kind of limited because of the gauntlet around it and everything. But it does have quite a bit of movement going on there, so obviously same for both sides of the arms there. Then going down, we've got the legs, which you can straighten out now. So it does again have that twist there at like the waist. Then it does have the hip joint as normal figures do, so it can go out and in and can move forward and backward just a little, not too much, like mostly just the twisting and then the ball joint there that allows it to move. It does have a twist there on the thigh, so you can see the upper thigh twist there, a double knee joint there, as you can see, twist there right at the foot, so right at the beginning of like the shoe or whatever you want to call it. Then it does have foot, so it can flex, and then it's a ball, so it can twist side to side and everything. So it's pretty much designed exactly like a Marvel Legend, just not as fluid, and this thing weighs a lot, so holding it up like that is that's killing my arms. But it looks really cool, and I really like this just giant size of the Sentinel and everything. And of course, seeing the classic comic look, it just looks really nice, and I really like it. But I just like the feet. The feet just look funny to me, and I don't know. I just think it's funny. That makes me enjoy it. But now let's bring in the old one. So we're not going to look at it in as much detail. We're just going to look at the color changes. So this one, like I said, I know this is from the 3.75 figures, but I don't know what this is from, like if it's from like a Days of Future Past set or anything. I don't really remember. But you can see by the paint, I think they did a lot more detail into the old one, but if you know, depending on what storyline it goes with, it kind of fits. Because this one, I think, is perfect just because of the comic, and it reminds me of a little TV show and everything, and so it fits perfectly. But this one, they did go into more detail, so like you can see the mouth and everything. They actually designed it with some like gold or bronze and stuff to make it look more robotic. And here they actually, you know, painted black underneath with the it's like a dark bluish purple color on the outside here, where this one's just, you know, all solid. It has gold or silver, I'll get it spit out some point, silver arms, and then you can see some of the purple or blue there. It's got a shoulder pad with a number on it, again all scarred up and everything, though exactly the same. They do have, you know, purple chest with black underneath, paint underneath. The wrist are all painted, so again it's got that gold for all the gears and stuff, where on the other one it's just, you know, solid purple. And then silver legs, and then again down at the feet it's all got this gold on it and everything, where again this one is just all solid painted color, which I think, you know, looks, I like the aesthetics of this one more, but I like the detail they put into the classic one. But saying wise, I'm not gonna do it. They do pretty much say the exact same thing, just with different tweaks and stuff on it. They'll say like the very like overall similar sentences, but like they've like I said, tweaked the words and everything to I don't know why, but they should have just said the exact same thing. But I just did want to show off the original, that we have it, and that it's pretty much the exact same. They just went more basic on the paint job and everything for this Marvel Legends ones. And so that's pretty much it for the Sentinel. I don't know what else to show. It doesn't do anything. Let's look at the back real quick. There you can see the back of it. There's the speaker, of course, for it. But I like that like circle there on the back. And so it just looks really cool, and I love the look of it. And like I said, the classic look just brings back so many memories and stuff as a kid. And so that's cool. So that's going to be it for the Sentinel, I guess. So we'll now look at the Wolverine. And so here is the Wolverine. And again, I really like this. I wish I had another Marvel Legends around to compare it to it, because he does feel shorter than normal, which is, you know, good, because Wolverine is a short character in the comics. But they, like, of course, through the movies and everything, make him look tall. But he is a shorter character, and I feel that the figure is actually kind of short and not the whole 6 inches and everything. So that would be cool to compare, but we don't have it. But let's take a look. So again, this is based on the comic, and it's kind of like an old man Logan version they did back, because it was set into the future, and so he was, you know, much older than he normally was in the comics, so that's why he looks older. So we got his, of course, classic looking face there of the comic version of Wolverine, with all the, of course, the high eyebrows and wrinkling face and stuff, and he's, you know, snarling, or whatever you want to say, because he's, you know, very angry and ready to fight and stuff, of course, against the Sentinel. And so I really like that. He's got the big side mutton chops, of course, the hair coming back into the points, like on the side for the ears, and then, of course, has the white stripes, as mentioned, because of his age and stuff at this point. Then he's got a brown leather jacket on it, so it's got like a fur color on it, so you can see that. It does have some detail to try and make it look like fur, but it's obviously not. It's just plastic. But yeah, it's got the jacket, so, you know, kind of opens up and loose like a jacket would be, but it is molded onto his arms, or actually painted as his arms, so you can't, obviously, it wouldn't look good if you took the jacket off of it, because he feels loose like you could. But again, since he has a black undershirt, so again, it's just like a black button up, or half button up, 3/4 button up, whatever you call it, just a black shirt underneath. You can see his skin under there too, so I did like that they painted his neck and everything, so that looks really good. But yeah, so you could probably take the jacket off, but he'd have brown shirt with, or a black shirt with brown arms, so it looked kind of weird. Then we've got his hands, and so I assume these are gloves, because obviously skin color wise they don't match at all, but they don't really look glovish to me. They look just like his normal hands, just painted brown, but I assume that he's got gloves on. And so there you can see, of course, the claws sticking through it that they've ripped through, and he's got the claws sticking out. Unfortunately, with this hand, we do have the problem with Wolverine Claws, which I wish, you know, Marvel, the Hasbro and Marvel Legends would figure out by now how to fix the claws so they don't get all bent and they stay the same. But yes, we got a claw that's kind of bent over and stuff, but won't be too bad. Then go down, he's got a belt, so there's a belt with a nice big belt buckle on it, which looks really nice. I like the aesthetic of this figure a lot. It looks real to me, like this is how exactly someone would dress, and so I really like that. Then he's got brown pants on, of course a different color brown, but a brownish red color, and you can see even like detailing, texturizing they did on there to make it look and seem more like pants and stuff. They even have the seams and everything. Then he's got a holster here, thigh holster there, of course, for a gun. And then his boots, down black boots, I assume to be like motorcycle boots or cowboy boots, whatever, fitting along in there. And so again, this figure looks really nice, and like I said, the clothing and stuff looks real, like someone would actually be wearing these. So that looks nice. For hands, we can switch out his hands into gun hands. So if you want to get rid of the claws and have his hands so he can hold a gun, because he does also come with a gun, which I'm like, is weird that Wolverine has a gun, but I guess in the comic he does use a gun or something, so that's why they added it. And that's why he has the holster, so you can put the gun in the holster, so it's just a silver painted handgun that goes in there, and it fits really nice in there too. But of course it's Wolverine, so the claws always look much better. Oh, for movements, I guess we've got the head, so it can twist all the way around and stuff. It can go back and forth, and then side to side. Shoulders, of course, has the normal shoulder movements there. Twist at the bicep. Double elbow joint. Wrist can obviously twist around and bend, which I've got it bent up to do this Wolverine claw pose and stuff, because you always got to do the claw pose. He does have the ab crunch in there, which again it's hard to see because of the black shirt. Twist at right above the belt buckle, or the belt, the thigh joint there, as you can see, or hip joint, whatever. There, thigh twist right above the holster. Double knee. And then, of course, the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So it's a really nice figure. It's pretty, the joints are a little bit stiff, of course, just like the Sentinel. But they're pretty easy to move. And like I said, I was able to get to Wolverine into the pose and everything. So nothing too special. He doesn't, you know, just comes with a few accessories. Nothing too special to go with him. But I do want to read from the box, if I can get it up here where I can read it. So it says, for Wolverine and the rest of the X-Men, each encounter with Boulevard Trask Sentinel robots proves more dangerous than the last. Trained to seek out mutants and disable their powers, the Sentinel forces are designed to complete Trask's ultimate objective, to wipe out the entire mutant population. Though Wolverine possesses considerable strength and incredible healing powers, he soon finds that his abilities alone are not enough to combat the mechanical hunters in their pursuit of eradicating the mutant X gene and all of its carriers from the planet. So I just wanted to read that just so it kind of gives some backstory on the whole X-Men and Days of Future Past and what Sentinels do and everything. So that's going to be it for this set of the Marvel Legends. Of course, the Days of Future Past Wolverine and Sentinel pack, which again I think is really cool because I love this look of Wolverine and of course the classic look of Sentinel. It just looks so awesome and I really enjoy it a lot and stuff, and this was a really cool pack. I think it's now more available on Amazon, so you can probably just find it on Amazon, Marvel Legends. Wolverine Sentinel or Days of Future Past, whatever you want to search for, and you may be able to find it more easier. I do think it's $100 maybe. I can't remember the price on what I paid for it to get it for my brother, but really cool, and I'm glad that we were able to get it because it's such a cool pack to add to the set and everything and all the Marvel Legends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Leave a thumbs up for me. Big old thumbs up for me. And of course, subscribe to see more Marvel Legends videos as more sets are released and stuff this coming year. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.